Hello, welcome to News Centre. I'm Parikshit Luthra. Pakistan is voting for a new parliament amid incident of violence across the country. Connectivity, blackouts and widespread crackdowns in Imran Khan's party, the PTI. At least 5 people have been killed in militant attacks today. 2 bomb blasts rocked Balochistan, killing at least 30 people yesterday. The caretaker government has suspended internet and phone services nationwide, citing security reasons. Close to 18,000 candidates are in the fray for the National Assembly and the provincial assemblies. There are 167 registered political parties in Pakistan. So who are the key contenders? 3-time Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif's party is expected to emerge as the single largest party. Sharif, who just returned from exile, is eyeing a majority. Bilawal Bhutto, who heads Pakistan People's Party, is another top contender. Both the PPP and PML-Nawaz, despite being traditional rivals, had formed a coalition government after Imran Khan's ouster. Former Prime Minister Imran Khan has been banned from contesting because of multiple convictions. The Election Commission has earlier locked his party symbol on grounds that they did not conduct intra-party elections. However, he still remains a key contender, with his party candidates contesting independently. To take this discussion forward, we now have with us Abdul Yaqub, spokesperson of Imran Khan's party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf. Raja Faisal, senior journalist, is also joining us. Nasim Siddiki, political analyst, is with us as well. Raja Faisal, if I can speak to you right now, tell us about this election. How do you compare this to previous elections in Pakistan? We're looking at widespread reports of rigging, also incidents of explosions taking place. Tell us how the day has been for the people of Pakistan.
Yeah, if we obviously look at this election is, of course, unprecedented. I mean, previously we know that in recent history of Pakistan, never had ever happened that a political party that was up and running and obviously the most popular in Pakistan, it had to lose its electoral symbol. We know that PTI lost its electoral symbol, and right now, of course, all of their candidates, they are contesting as independent candidates, and obviously PTI's support is there for them, and they are the ones who are actually challenging the rest of the 2 conventional parties, I must say, People's Party and PML-N. They are getting contested by PTI, and mood is, of course, quite upbeat. If we look at the voters, of course, a large number of voters, around 67% of the voter is being considered as a young voter. When I say young, it means 40 and under 40 voters are 67% of the voters of Pakistan. So it is being speculated that throughout Pakistan, this time around, turnout would be very healthy. When I say healthy, around 55 or maximum 50% of the turnouts we have been seeing in the previous elections. But if we look at this election, it is expected that more than 60% of the voters, they would be turning out to vote for their relevant parties or candidates. And this is what is taking place. Why this election is very different to the previous elections. As you have earlier mentioned about the terrorism, about almost a couple of weeks since we have been waiting for these elections, we have been seeing that a wave of fresh terrorism was actually hitting Pakistan. And yesterday, day before yesterday, blasts were taking place. And even today, 5 of the Pakistani people, they have lost their lives to this terrorism. So it is a huge challenge for the state itself.
I will come back to you. Let me get in a word from the PTI spokesperson here. Abdul Yaqub is also with us. Give us a sense of what's at stake for Imran Khan's party over here. Most of the candidates contesting independently. This is a battle for survival for the PTI. How do you see this election right now? And how are you going to deal with the outcome of this election? What options do you really have?
Well, all of the PTI candidates are contesting in independent capacity, as Raja also has mentioned, that this is unprecedented. I mean, Pakistan may never witness such kind of rigged election. I mean, we are every coercive measure has been taken against PTI. They have. I mean, over candidates were barred, or candidates were abducted. So every possible measure was taken to keep PTI out of the electoral landscape. But yet we have proven ourselves as the most resilient party in the history of Pakistan, and we are contesting the election. And you will see, I'm sure that you will see that we are going to gain the simple majority by the grace of Allah, inshallah. We are hopeful. We are still fighting. We are still contesting. We are giving them a hard time. So the fear is
Right. I'll get in a word from political analyst Nasim Siddiki as well. I will return to you in a short while. Nasim Siddiki, what is the most expected political outcome according to analysts in Pakistan, according to the people?
Thank you very much for taking in the program. If there is no rigging and the fair and free elections as said by Election Commission of Pakistan, then most of the reports are coming that the turnout is very good. The independent candidates, they are getting a lot of votes. There is a support for PTI independent candidates, and the youngsters and the women from Pakistan, they have voted in favor of Imran Khan to those independent candidates. So as far if the results are concluded and there is no rigging, then the PTI-led independent candidates, they are far ahead of PML-N candidates and PPP candidates, especially in Punjab and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province of Pakistan. So there is a conclusion that if there is no rigging, then PTI will be sweeping, and they will be taking more than 130 seats in the National Assembly, and in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and in Punjab, they will be sweeping as well, because there was a large number of voters outside the PTI camp and outside the PML-N and PP camps. There were very few people. So let's see what happens. The time for the voting has been finished now, and they have the Election Commissioner of Pakistan has said that those voters who are still at the polling stations, they can vote. So the results have started compiling as well. We can see from few of the polling stations, the results has started coming up, where Bilawal Bhutto Zardari is leading from Ladkana, then Sher Afzal Marwat of PTI, he is leading from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Lucky Marwat is his constituency. So it has been started, and let's see if no RTS goes off or there's no something goes bad.
Right.
Let's see what the results are.
Raja Faisal.
Thank you.
All right, Raja Faisal, we've been hearing from our panelists that, yes, there are lots of reports of rigging and PTI is the leading party. If only there is no mass rigging of this election. But Raja Faisal, if I were to ask you about the forces at play in this election, it is often said that the army has a direct role when it comes to the governance of Pakistan, a very big role across the country. What does the Pakistani army really hope for from this election? What is the outcome that they are looking for? Who is the candidate that they are betting on?
Parikshat, obviously, if we look at our armed leadership, they have been reiterating again and again that they have nothing to do with the politics, and they are keeping away from politics. And at the same time, obviously, if we talk about these elections, throughout Pakistan's electoral history, throughout Pakistan's democratic history, Pakistan Army has always extended its help in terms of maintaining law and order, to maintain the security situation, and of course, looking at the current security situation in terms of terrorism going on. In that case, of course, Pakistan Army once more is extending its hand in terms of to protect the people of Pakistan. And I know that there are allegations which are always brought against the Pakistan Army in terms of their involvement in the elections on the voting day. But this time around, they have completely said that they will be staying outside of the doors of the polling stations rather than getting into it. In past, of course, there were times when Pakistan Army used to get inside if required, but this time around they are staying outside. So to me, I think we can say that this time around if free and fair election are being contested, as my senior colleague Nasim Saab has rightly pointed out, if the free and fair elections are being contested, then
All right, we've completely run out of time. We'd like to thank all our guests from Pakistan for joining us. Appreciate the fact that you joined us on such a busy day. We'll have to take a break. We'll continue watching the election process in Pakistan very closely. But